Welcome back, Scorpio. So in this last reading we addressed your current situation regarding love and your partner's current situation. We also looked at how you see your partner and how they see you and the potential future for this relationship in this energy, okay? And this was very beautiful energy. This was, I feel, becoming stable, finding a middle ground, and I feel a successful path ahead. One where you focus on this Two of Cups here, right? Where you turn around and you see these cups and you know, there's a sense of working together, there's equal exchange. So what is Scorpio working towards with their partner in order to maintain balance? Okay, so we have the Change card here. So this is saying to me that you've reached the end of a cycle in your relationship and now there's a big step forward. This is divinely guided, okay? So the wheel is turning here and this wheel turns regardless. So I feel like here this movement, this flow into, I feel self-assurance in this relationship, stability, happiness. This movement is one that it's going to feel quite natural. You know, you feel like you've reached the end here of perhaps some rough water. And now your movement to calmer waters, I feel like it's much, I feel like it's well deserved, and there's a real fresh start here with this card. So this is about whatever cycles in the past that were not serving both of you. I feel like now you are working towards, you know, coming out of those cycles and really just perhaps whatever you were doing, you're doing the opposite of that now. You're seeing a way forward that is, you know, probably the last way that you would have felt you would have reacted. But I feel like you've achieved this. You know, there may have been some conflict here, some conflicting energy. But this is about breaking through that. This is about following that compass, you know, following that path and moving forward. So it's as though making a drastic change has provided you with a map of some kind, a potential destination. The path ahead was a little bit unclear before, but now there is clarity. But you still need a map, okay? So I'm not saying that you've come to all of these realizations and you know, you don't need any sort of, you know, it's all fine and you can relax now. No, this is about, you know, you having that map of your relationship in order to move forward in the right way. So yes, this change was inevitable. It was part of your purpose, it was part of your life path to make this change. This is, again, a major in the cards. So whatever decision you're making or you have made, it's in what this is telling me is that is in the right direction. That is part of your divine life path. And at the bottom of this, we have the Justice card. I've just peeked to the bottom of the deck. I don't usually do that, but I felt the need to. And you see the Justice card? This is all about balance, okay? There's a lot of energy around this reading, so whenever my camera has trouble focusing, that means that this is important. This is perhaps a critical message in your life, because you've been trying to move forward and it's been a real challenge. It's been hard. You both have dreams that you want to fulfill. You have wishes that you want to fulfill, and you want to fulfill them together. Yeah. So it's about changing, it's about making that decision. The Two of Swords here, you see there's this crossroads, and this card is saying that you have used, I feel, your intellect to build a strategy. You're really thinking your way through this situation, thinking about the decisions that you both make and how they contribute to this relationship, and I feel both of you as a whole, as a unit. You know, taking your partner's perspective into consideration and vice versa. So it's as though, you know, you make one decision and you think, okay, how is this going to affect my relationship, my partner, my happiness as well? Not only that, but I feel your happiness. How can I feel contribute? That's I feel this card. This is about what you both are approaching now. And sword energy, this is about ideas, this is about intelligence, this is about strategy, this is about, you know, they're blindfolded, okay? So they can't use their physical aspects of themselves, they have to go within in order to find their way forward. And in doing so, they're holding two swords. They're holding both you. One of the swords represents you and one of the swords represents your partner in this relationship. And holding both tightly, okay? Not letting go of either. Sitting firm. You see this? This relationship is sitting firm. You know, and there's the water behind them isn't calm. But they know that what's in front of them is clear, okay? It's clear, but they can't see, they have this blindfold, so they have to really use their intuition here. Yeah. You are both going to be putting a lot of hard work into this relationship, and the Pentacles represent long-term stability here, long-standing commitments. So you're taking the time to think about what you truly value, what you truly perceive as worth within your love life. And you're focusing on those details, you're really honing in on those details and pursuing them. Working together, investing a lot of your time here in one another. And if you are busy at work, if you're busy with other commitments, it's like they're still there. You see this pentacle? is still by your side, that represents your relationship, okay? And you know, you may be working, you may be busy, but your relationship is right there by your side, and you're keeping your relationship close to your heart. It's a sense of not being detached in any way. It's a sense of being there for one another, I feel, next to each other, okay? So this is about, you know, offering that sense of stability that is 24/7, is forever, okay? There's no ins and outs, there's no ups and downs, okay? You're both clear with one another about your intentions moving forward, I feel. But these decisions, they are very much decisions of the mind, okay? You're thinking your way through this, and then you're putting in the necessary work in order to, I feel, focus on what's most important in this relationship. And this change is very purposeful, okay? And this is, I feel, part of, you know, destiny, really. There's an end here to, you know, any of that unhealthy energy, whether that's in your life or that's in this relationship. You know, I feel like this is lifestyle factors. I feel like this is just, you know, this is coming to an end now. And you're both thinking about how you have reacted in certain situations, how you have learnt from those reactions, how perhaps you could have behaved differently at the time, but you've learnt, you know, afterwards, after coming out of those situations, you have this new perspective, this gained perspective has led you to some, you know, to some real growth, I feel. Yeah. And when you use your intuition, you're thinking about what truly feels right to you in your gut regarding this relationship. Yeah, true to yourself. So the Ace of Swords has come out. What really feels right. This is how you're moving forward. It's real truth here. You see this sword? This represents truth. This represents your sincere and raw self and what you truly want to pursue in your journey. What truly feels like a victory here. You know, this isn't compromise. This isn't half a victory. This is a full victory. And it's about the first steps towards that. It's about those steps, the initial steps. This isn't about immediate gratification here. This isn't about instant success. This is long-term sustainable, okay? So those steps moving forward, they're going to be the initial steps of something much greater, a bigger picture. And there's a crown here, okay? So even though this is the beginning, there's a crown on this sword, and this crown is there because you're going to get through those mountains. And if you focus on them, if you focus on, you know, this climb, a gradual climb, a slow and steady upward movement in this relationship, then this is inevitable. But it's about embracing your truth. What feels right, Scorpio? What truly feels right? Sit there and take a deep breath in and just let that flow within you. Let that air flow within you. And ask yourself, what do you truly want out of this relationship? And are the actions that you're putting forward in this relationship reflecting what you truly want and what your partner truly wants? Yeah. Okay. The Five of Wands is here for you in this message. And when I see this card, I think about this is a training card. This is a development card, okay? These are equals. And they're play fighting. With these wands, they're training together in order to grow as strong as this passion. Grow as strong so they can handle these wands with care in the future. So you're both working on this relationship in an equal way and learning and discovering so much more about one another each and every day. And it's actively taking the time to do so, taking the time to focus on what you truly... I'm getting my spirit guides are saying what truly builds you both up. So there's a real sense here of steps, taking steps. But this is a big part of a bigger purpose, part of something long term. So these steps, one by one by one by one, okay? And you have a map. You have a map. Perhaps you've made that map, perhaps you haven't yet. But this is about a map of the relationship, a map of, I feel, the destination that you want to lead to. And you know, sometimes there isn't a destination, but what we need to do is we need to assess what we want, what we truly desire, how we can build upon that, and then that is the destination, okay, for now. That's the first step. And then there'll be another step and another step, okay? Because I'm seeing here that this relationship is one that is quite strong, one that is going to be quite long term. And I feel like you both know this. And you're willing to put the work in. Scorpio. Okay. Some really good cards just came out. I have 3 in front of me. I'm going to address them individually. First, we have the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is wish fulfillment, true happiness here. Happy home, happy family. This is about what you find, Scorpio, that is truly emotionally fulfilling. It's a union, and these cups, they're overflowing here. This is overflowing emotion. What truly makes you happy? Family. Family makes you happy. Feeling a sense of family with this individual would make you happy, Scorpio, wouldn't it? That's what stands out to you. It's like there's a forest in front of you, and one of the trees is red, representing a heart. And out of all of that busyness, all of that commotion, you notice that one tree that's red. And perhaps that's the depth of your heart, that's the depth of this love. Deep within you, deep within that forest. Or perhaps that's how you perceive your partner. You know, through all of the commotion, they stand out to you. And they stand out because they are your partner, they are your sense of family, they are your sense of home. And you know where home is. Yeah. You're focusing here on fulfillment. Home is where the heart is. And you notice how they're embracing one another. There's a sense of intimacy, and they're holding on to one another, and one extending one hand and extending another hand, you see? And they're both opening themselves up to the world together as a unit, divinely so. And there's a sense of playfulness as well, but in instability. Okay, the 10 is a full cycle. This is experience. And you see these children, they're dancing. Okay, so you're able to let go upon a solid foundation. Okay, you're able to enjoy each other's company and be intimate upon a solid foundation that you are building, you're working hard towards. This is also about being sensible, but not being overly critical. Looking at the bright side, but in a way that's sensible. Because these any sort of doubt, any sort of criticism, you know, that could be self-criticism, you know, am I good enough? Those kind of thoughts. It's about turning those thoughts into positives. How are you good enough? What do you contribute? What do you want to contribute? And putting in those actions. Okay, so the second card that came out, Scorpio, the Four of Wands. This is my soulmate and twin flame card. This is also a marriage card to me. So the change, this Wheel of Fortune, I said this is a divinely guided change, okay? And now we have the Ten of Cups followed by the Four of Wands here. So this is a divine union. This is real structure and stability. This was meant to be. And you have grown stronger. This is about having that stable foundation. Okay? And because this is about what you are doing in order to achieve this Empress energy, what are you doing in order to achieve this stability within your relationship, this balance? Okay, this to me is saying that, you know, you're working on building that foundation, you're taking a step back and you're thinking about everything that you have achieved so far together in your union and having faith in that, celebrating that. Okay, celebrating all of what you have been through together. And then moving forward and sensing that there is a long path ahead. And it's that anticipation of that. It's actually more the dream of that. It's looking forward to the future. That extensive future, because this is a long-term relationship, right? This is a long-term. So these goals that you both have, that you're pursuing, are very long-term. Okay, it's not about the here and now. It's not about that, it's about taking those steps. Taking those steps towards the bigger picture. And I feel like that's what's really helping right now, okay? That's what's helping get out of this, you know, this energy here, this sense of, you know, whatever this was in the past, Scorpio. I feel like, you know, you're ready to turn around. Turn this around. Yeah. Okay. This card. The Seven of Swords. I'm seeing the meaning of this card to me, using my intuition right now. I feel like this is moving away from any sort of deception. And the deception here is something small. It could be, you know, just not being honest with yourself about the way you're feeling. Or perhaps, you know, avoiding certain situations, or, you know, even this imbalance that we were talking about here. It's about being in denial about that. But I feel like addressing that deception. But really what stood out for me when I looked at this card, Scorpio, was looking out for one another. You see? They're hard at work with their ideas. They're busy here being intellectual, being quite successful in what they're doing. You know, achieving their wishes, achieving their fulfillments here on a slow and steady path, but they're looking back and they're making sure their partner is okay. So, having each other's back. And that map that you both are creating together to move forward into calm waters, that map is being protective. You're being protective over that map. So I feel like that's of real value to you. Whatever you decide, whatever decisions you make, you're holding those decisions dear to your heart here. Because it's about what that represents for you, that metaphor. Yeah. I feel like some of you are asking me, what stands out about one another? What do you desire about one another? I am going to get to that, by the way, so bear with me. But I know some of you are wondering, right? You want to know. Okay, Scorpio. I will pull one more card. Free. Okay, that may be significant for some of you as well. I'm getting a feeling of whatever you've tried that hasn't worked. You know, you've made attempts and these attempts have been unsuccessful. And you're not going back to those ways. You're figuring out what truly works. You're not repeating old cycles. This is a new cycle, okay? And the last card here is the Magician card, and this is about manifestation. Everything's on the table, and in a way, for some reason this card reminded me of the Hierophant, that red there, and the Hierophant was in your partner's energy, their current situation, and that to me is a marriage card. It's if that card comes out in a reading, that means that this relationship could be marriage for life. Marriage for life, a true commitment for life. And I saw this manifestation card, this Magician card, and it reminded me of that. So, attracting what you truly desire, and what you truly desire with one another is this happy marriage. And everything's on the table. Both of you are putting out everything onto the table here, your emotions, your honest and fair emotions, your swords, your truth and your ideas, your wands, your actions, your pentacles, your commitments, what is worth, you know, what is of value to you. And you're thinking about all of the possibility within these. So both of you are working together and using every single approach you can possible, it feels like. Because you're a power couple. You're a determined couple, I feel. And by every you know, you're investing every part of yourselves. That's what I mean. Every aspect of yourselves. Yeah. And this is the movements forward, okay? So this doesn't mean that this has necessarily happened yet. But I feel like the change here that's going to happen, that needs to happen in order to move forward, is quite significant in your journey. So I feel like this path for you is one that you realise and you already know deep down. And to me, I'm really seeing marriage. Commitment, a true commitment here, manifesting a true commitment. And you already are. Can I just, I need to actually emphasise that you already are in a true commitment. You always were. This is part of your life path. You are on the path to real abundance here in your relationship. Everything that you could want in a relationship. And you're working through this in a realistic way, I feel. And that foundation, you're putting in all the ideas here to make that foundation one that is stable. You know what I've just seen? Right, this is just something to add. This is what they're showing me, okay? You see these cards? It's almost like the Magician is the start. So the Magician is the number one. They are the inception of an idea, okay? And the swords represent ideas. So it's as though one of you here, or both of you, you are looking at this inception of an idea, you're manifesting for yourself, and then you're taking these ideas and you're working hard with them, and you're taking them towards this Four of Wands, and this represents marriage, union, a divine relationship, twin flame relationship. So you're building your foundation here. This is what I'm seeing. Manifestation, taking those swords, putting them in place, okay, putting those ideas in place, and taking a step back and seeing whether these ideas are going to be abundant, are going to be fruitful. And the answer here is yes. And there's a long future ahead. Okay. So I'm going to pull 2 more cards out for the future of this relationship. Or should I pull 3 cards out? I'm feeling like I want to pull 3 cards out here. So I'm going to the future of this relationship for Scorpio. It's written. Okay. Okay. What I'm seeing in the Seven of Pentacles is admiring how far you've come. It's almost like you've both planted those seeds. You're both focusing on what you can create. And you finally make it through that. I feel you finally have a breakthrough. You finally make it through to the end of this cycle. And you just take a step back and admire how far you've come together. You know there's more to grow. But you just... there's a pause. There's a time of reflection. And what I'm seeing here is, you know how before we were focusing on perhaps these responsibilities here that had fell through? You know, they're looking away from these cups. Now I'm seeing someone looking straight at their commitment, straight at what they perceive as worth in this relationship. All of these pentacles. And they're admiring them, they're staring at them, they're taking the time to pause and really appreciate the situation, I feel, before moving forward. Okay, so gratitude. Because you've both put in a lot of hard work. Wow. Okay, not only do we have the Empress, Scorpio, we also have the Emperor. This is a connection. This is a forever connection. The Emperor is the father of the deck. The Empress is the mother of the deck. In your future, we have both the Empress and the Emperor. A perfect match. Equilibrium. The Emperor is a leader. They can manage a household. They can manage an empire. They are wise and experienced. They know how to make the best decisions for the unit, for both of you. They invest a lot of time in their home, in the ones they love. The Empress is all about unconditional love. The Emperor is all about serious commitment. Coming together here for both of you. That's absolutely beautiful. You have nothing to worry about. This connection, very firm, very serious. Illumination. You're both bright. You're both stars. Okay? And you see the Empress, she's holding on. You see how she's holding on? And so is the Emperor. He's holding on as well. And that's this relationship. You both have these promises that you've made to one another. And you're fulfilling all of these promises without a doubt. Wow. And this, you see, we have the marriage card, we have the twin flame card, we have a perfect match, but we also have the 1111. Okay? And we also have a couple more pairs here, I feel. Yeah, we do. We have the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. And the Pentacles represent success, the path to success. Please don't give up, Scorpio. I feel like this message for you is to not give up. And by that I mean, put everything into this relationship. Because this is going to be truly fulfilling for you. This is going to be very stable. This is real faith here in the future, a real purpose. And you're meant to get through this. With this, the Wheel of Fortune was the first card that came out during this reading. This extended reading, okay? And that's saying to me, you took the time to listen, okay, to this reading. Another hour. And those of you Scorpios that resonated, that took the time here to really think about this relationship, you know, you're going, this is inevitable, okay? And the fact that you are here already, I feel like that is saying that this path, you know, you're drawn to this, you're following your intuition. There's a big journey ahead. And you've built those emotions already for one another. But there's a sense here of a real purpose, a real big purpose here that is yet to be fulfilled. And that's going to be different for all of you because this is a general reading. But this purpose, I feel like you know. I feel like you know what this is. You have a real dream of yours, and this relationship is going to be one that provides you with the stability in order to achieve this dream. Because this is about what you truly desire, what you truly want. In this relationship. And the first, I mean, what's obvious here is you both truly desire one another. You both love one another. Okay, I have to show this card because this keeps appearing at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like I have to. This is the 8 of Cups here. And you see they've built these cups already. They have some cups behind them. This is a lot of great care in commitments that they have already fulfilled here. But they're leaving them behind. They're now making a new step. They're taking a bigger step. And that's because ahead they see this mountain. They see that they have potential to build even more cups. And this mountain, when you get there, you won't even believe you've made it to the top. You will just be in awe of how far you have both come as individuals. And I'm getting an image here of a couple that is together for life. An elderly couple looking over this view from this mountain. And that view, that scenery, that beautiful forest, that's their kingdom that they have created together. And it's that clarity, it's finding clarity over what you need to do in order to leave these cups behind and go up that mountain now. I have not seen the Empress and the Emperor out in a reading in a while together, especially right in the same spread here to do with your future with one another. The Mother and the Father, and I have to say as well, both of these individuals, as we've said with the Magician card, both of these individuals have mastered their emotions. This is about all of the energies within the deck. So we have fire, water, air and earth energy here. So they have their swords, their cups, their wands, their pentacles. They have mastered all of these elements. Okay, they are clear about their ideas, clear about their emotions, clear about their commitments, clear about the passion that they hold for one another dearly. What excites them, what inspires them, they know this. They know this, and that's why they can take this step, this big step. You know, look at these cups. They've already built these cups. But they're making this big step forward towards this mountain. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. I'm going to say I feel a need here to put these cards together. The Empress, the Emperor. Okay, these three. You see the Empress and the Emperor, they're embarking on this mountain together. This is the energy that you are utilizing in this relationship. Wow. When I feel these cards, when I really tried to feel the energy, take on the energy of these cards, the unconditional love within these cards is immense. And I feel like I'm sensing the outcome of a lot of hard work, a lot of years put into a relationship. So glad that you've made it through all of life, all of these journeys with one another. And I'm getting goosebumps here as well. You've made it. Look at what you've created. Look at what you can create, okay? If this is just the beginning, look at what you can create. But I'm really sensing here a couple that has been together for a very long time. And I don't know whether I'm sensing that, Scorpio, because this is what's in your future and this is in your divine life path. Or if this is because this is your situation now, okay? Change. The wheel is turning. The wheel is turning. Yeah. Good luck. Good luck, Scorpio. I think that you're both a very strong couple. I have no doubt whatsoever in this. In this, you know, it speaks for itself. The energy, okay, that you are both in at the moment is propelling you forward. And you have to feel that. You have to embrace that. Embrace this change. Go with the wind. Flow. Leading. You're leading to enlightenment. True enlightenment. You know, and if you're not there yet, Scorpio, because it's in your future, okay, you'll know when you receive this awakening, when you receive this rebirth, this enlightenment, this will just blow your mind, okay? Stay on this path, stay on the right path. You have free will, you do, but my guides are telling me to tell you to follow your intuition. Okay. I'm going to pull 3 cards. And this is what your partner admires about you, what makes you stand out to them, okay? And then I will pull 3 cards about what makes them stand out to you. So we'll go vice versa as well for those cross watchers. You know, remember this energy, take it how it resonates, okay? That's how we get the most out of these readings. Okay, I have 2 cards here. Let me just ask for number 3. How does Scorpio's partner view Scorpio in regards to admiration? What do they admire about Scorpio? What makes Scorpio stand out? These might be very specific, and I'm going to be using my intuition here. Okay, we have 3 cards. Okay. Ace of Cups, wow. Wow, Scorpio. Overflowing emotion. The feelings they have for you, they're going to last a lifetime. This is about the permanence of love, the permanence of feelings. The cups are all about emotions and feelings, right? So one thing they admire about you, one thing that stands out about you, is they see you as this fulfillment for life, this emotional fulfillment for life. You extend your hand here, and it's like they melt away. So one thing they admire most about you is really the connection that you both have with one another. And they feel like you're the only one. So you see, this is the Ace of Cups. This is the Ace of Cups. This is telling me you're the only one. They feel like you're the only one that can give them this much emotional fulfillment. This is deep within them, okay? Deep down. I feel like this means that the connection that you both have is very strong. And this is within you. A connection represents something abstract, right? So you may have felt this from the moment that you fell for one another, okay? This feeling, this sense of sincerity. Okay. Gosh, the energy is so strong. Wow. I keep looking at the Empress and the Emperor. We have the Queen of Swords here. This is about you being the person that has been through so much in your life, so much life experience, that anything you tell them, they really appreciate because they feel like you understand them. You can relate to whatever they are going through. And that bond, that relatability, I feel they find very attractive about you. And there's a sense of deep trust here. They feel like if they tell you something, you're going to give them an honest answer. Intelligent as well. This is about intelligence. But a very nurturing kind of intelligence with the Queen. They feel a sense of comfort. Yeah. You don't change yourself for anyone. You are true to who you are. You are firm in your decisions and what you believe in. And they admire that about you. But they admire this deep connection more than anything. So the next card that we have is, please don't worry when you see this, Scorpio. We have the Death card here, and this is saying that you as an individual have really made an impact on their life. You have really changed their life substantially. Their life path, it's as though they're a new person. I mean, they're truly themselves, right? They've had a rebirth in a way, because this relationship is a big part of their life. And they admire that about you. They see this. They see that you are part of their life's purpose. I'm actually hearing someone say, they've changed me forever. They've changed me forever. But they're saying this in a very admirable way. This isn't a mean way. This is saying, they've changed me forever. There's no going back. Okay, the Death card here. There's no going back for them. All they see is you. So this is quite deep, okay, for what they admire about you. These cards right here. The Death card, the Ace of Cups, the Queen of Swords. This is a real journey for you, for them, okay? No wonder they're so well, I mean, they have been sensitive in the past, right? And that's because this connection to them is part of them. It's part of their life. They take this connection seriously. And that's, again, I feel like one of the qualities that you love about them is that you know that this is for life. You know that if you choose to commit to one another fully, that this will be forever, right? You want that sense of home. Home is where the heart is. And where is your heart, Scorpio? It's here, it's in these cards. They see your heart. That's clear. They see your heart with starry eyes, with the dreams, with the potential. So, what do you admire about them, Scorpio? These are the last cards before the end of this 2-hour reading. Thank you so much for joining me, and this relationship is very beautiful, so thank you for sharing this experience with me. Thank you for sending me your energy. Okay, wow. I'm blown away immediately. What do you admire? What does Scorpio admire about their partner? The 10 of Pentacles. This is the highest Pentacles. This is the full cycle. This is everything. This is home. This is love. This is commitment. This is togetherness. This is wisdom, companionship, loyalty. They're everything to you. And you can't deny them. They make you feel comfortable. They make you feel at home. They give you a sense of purpose in your life, a sense of stability. They're your rock. The stable foundation here, you see? You are focusing on building this stable foundation, but deep down you already see it in them. Perhaps that's why you continue to build. This card, this is whatever you perceive as worth, whatever you perceive as value, you see this in this person. The energy is so strong that this card isn't focusing. For life. The love of your life. Yeah. You know that they're sensitive. You know that they have these rocky waters, okay, beneath them on their journey, but somehow they maintain composure. They sit firm on their throne. They have a lot of emotional intelligence, a lot of heart to give. They think with their heart, they follow their heart. And you see, there's a lot of twin flame energy here. I can't deny that, because in your future, we have the Queen of Cups, okay? Near future. And the King of Cups has come out. So again, that's a perfect match. So I'm thinking that you complement each other quite nicely. You work well together. You're the sort of couple that people admire, I feel. People would, you just look like a couple. You look like a couple. You look good together, frankly. But I mean, what I'm saying, actually, this is more about the heart, okay? This particular card, this is what you admire about them. They've got a lot of emotions, haven't they? But somehow they handle them with grace, with fairness. Sincerity. They sit firm. And perhaps you like what's underneath. You like that sensitive side of them. You know, deep underneath there. That empathy that they have for others, that compassion that they have for others. They miss you all the time. See, they always want to be by your side. There's something about the way they articulate themselves, the way they express themselves, that you do love. I feel like as soon as we see this Ten of Pentacles here, we don't even need to know anymore, Scorpio, okay? If this is how you see them, this is what you admire about them, what makes them stand out to you, then this is everything. This Ten of Pentacles is everything. I mean, they have the Ace of Cups here, and you have the Ten of Pentacles, so this is about commitment, long-term security and stability with one another, being faithful, but also that overflowing emotion. This relationship, it's strong, okay? Oh, bless you, Scorpio. So we have the Eight of Swords. You admire their ability to get through any conflicting emotions, any sort of conflict. They're able to use their intuition and really, walk out of those swords, and the way they can overcome these challenges in their life. Even when they're tied up and blindfolded, the way that they still find a way to walk forward. Maybe they do with you, maybe they walk forward with you, but I feel like you're really admiring this strength within themselves, this inner strength that they have. Because within this, I feel this overthinking card, this card of, you know, a self-imposed prison here, someone feeling, you know, a lot of different responsibilities that could be, you know, weighing them down in some way, quite heavy, that, you know, really does make them feel anxious or conflicting in some way. Somehow they gather the strength to walk out of these swords. And you admire that strength. You admire their ability to overcome situations that they perceive as difficult, that they perceive as quite challenging. And I feel like you're a protector here. You love that not only are they strong, but that you can protect this person. You know, you like that responsibility. That you see this, you see deep within them, and you know when they're troubled, and you can just pull that right out of them with clarity. You have laser vision. And that understanding, that mutual understanding, and also that shared, you know, that shared bond of really being truthful to one another, I feel is really important here moving forward. That's what you admire about them. You admire this. And they do as well about you with this Queen of Swords, okay? You both admire how you're able to overcome situations. And you know what? That tells me that you've both had to go through a lot in your life. But you've made it. And you're here in this successful relationship, this relationship that has a future that is quite significant. And for some of you, divine life purpose here. A real purpose, some sort of world change in the world, change in your life that's drastic, okay? Because of this relationship. This future together is meant to be. Okay, so that is the end of this 2-hour reading. Thank you for joining me. I wish you the best of luck, Scorpio, in this relationship. Very beautiful.